guys. Oh my goodness. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. Welcome back. It's been a little minute. I'm so excited to be joining you guys on today with some planetary goodness to give you guys a little bit of the forecast. What is the 411? We're about to find out what the 411 is for Cancer season. I hope you guys have been having a really great, past. It's been a little minute since I've done an astrology, the astrology readings. So I'm really excited to be joining you guys again. We made it back to Cancer season, and I thought what better time to start over and be reborn and to be renewed and to reapproach my astrology background than at the beginning of Cancer season, because I've had enough time to nourish myself. I've had enough time to bring myself back into full nourishment mode. So here we go. Guys, I'm so excited. So, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. There's a lot going on this throughout this time where the sun is in Cancer right now. There is a lot going on. Currently, I want to start out talking about the retrograde planets, the planets that are retrograde right now, meaning that the action is so slow, baby, that you might as well be moving backwards with those planetary placements. And that is, right now we currently have Saturn and Pluto that are retrograde. So I just want to go ahead and preface before we get started with the astrology of Cancer season with the major, as I go through. This is just a major planetary transit charting and giving predictions and a little bit of advice, hipping you to the T, for this period, again, while the sun is in Cancer. So we're starting out with Saturn and Pluto, which are retrograde currently. And just so you guys know, June 21st, the sun entered Cancer. So this is the 23rd. So we know that the sun is already in the position of Cancer. So shout out to all my Cancers. Shout out to all of my Cancers. Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that you guys you should be feeling right now a deep sense of feeling that sense of like the water is finally being received. So a lot of you are probably feeling like your cup is being refilled. I know for Cancers, it's very, very important for you to pour back into yourself, because Cancer is a sign that usually loves to nurture, as with all water signs, very nurturing, beautiful energy. So definitely want to say that you guys, I'm sure you have already begun to feel the beginning of Cancer season tipping off with that nurturing. So I want to make sure that I remind you to also pour into yourselves, Cancer. So make sure you're pouring into yourself, because the sun is in your sign. So the sun is there giving you so much love. The sun is there giving you so much support. The sun is there saying it's your time. It is your time. And yes, you deserve. I was just singing Mama D earlier today. I deserve. So Cancer, that is your anthem to my Cancers. I deserve to be loved. So yes, I want to tell you guys, you deserve. So June 21st, the sun entered Cancer. So now we are in that beautiful benefic energy. We are in I would like to call this season the season of the mother. So we are feeling that divine feminine and Cancers. And while we are in this Cancer, while the sun is in Cancer, this is a beautiful time to highlight and to also appreciate, make sure we hyper appreciate the feminine embodiment, not just women per se, not just quote unquote women, but the feminine embodiment of ourselves. So you can be a man as well and have a feminine embodiment. And by that is your ability to nurture yourself, to nurture your family. So let's not forget during this time where the sun is in Cancer that we also have the responsibility to nurture, especially for, I want to say that pay special attention to my Capricorns. I want to say to my Capricorns, also to my, let's see, Aquariuses as well. Capricorn and Aquarius, I say that to you guys. Pay special attention to that nurturing and the ability to nurture yourself, not only yourself, but to nurture others as well. Because right now you may be experiencing, due to the fact that your ruling planet is retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, so you may not necessarily be feeling so nurturing on that end. You may be feeling a bit stagnated. To my Aquariuses and to my Capricorns, you may feel a bit stagnated in your abilities to actualize, or maybe there's some sense of frustration with the way things are, like as in a degree of feeling like things have to be a certain way, or a whether it's a legal situation or something that is set in stone a certain way. And you maybe you haven't been very happy about that. So don't forget to nurture yourself, Aquarius and Capricorn, during this time in this Cancer energy, while the sun is in Cancer, giving us this benefic energy to say that we are worthy and that we deserve. So make sure that you're giving yourself that, Cancers. Make sure you're giving not only yourselves that, make sure you're giving it to other people as well. Hello, can I get a hello? And that's to my Aquarians and Capricorns. Next up, also, I want to give that to Scorpio as well, because one of your ruling planets is retrograde as well. So Scorpio, be mindful of that. But you're a water sign already, so you have that benefic ability to tap into that nurturing, Scorpio. So make sure you're tapping in as well, because your ruling planet is also retrograde. So on June 26th, Mercury enters Cancer. So who's going to be really affected by that? You're really going to be feeling this Gemini. You're really going to be feeling this Virgo. So not just Cancers alone, and that could be your sun. And when I'm calling out these signs, please understand that this could be your sun sign, this could be your moon sign, this could also be your rising sign, or if you have a lot of that particular sign in your chart. Because if your chart has a lot of Cancer transits going on in your chart, then you would also be affected by this. So pay attention to when we say Cancer. If that's your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, you need to pay attention to that. So again, Mercury enters Cancer. This will also be affecting Gemini. This will also be affecting Virgo. That happens on the 26th of June. So as Mercury begins to enter Cancer, what we're going to start seeing, guys, we're going to start seeing a lot more of the ability for many of us. This will signify the ability to be able to effectively not just communicate, but also to making short trips, getting from point A to point B, making things happen that involve transit and that involve transportation. So that involve transit and transportation. So not only the ability to communicate effectively and do it in a way of which you are nurturing not just your own interest, your own self-interest, but because of course you do need to nurture your own self-interest, because that's the way we're going to continue to grow and to have progress, is if we are looking out for our own best interest, but also in the interest of others that are involved in whatever parties are involved in whatever it is that we are planning. We want to make sure as we enter into this this season that is going to be starting towards July 26th, where our communication is going to be, that will be a great time after July 26th. If you have any major meetings, or if you've been waiting to have a conversation, any hard conversations that you guys have been waiting to have with certain individuals, that would be a great time to go ahead and have a conversation. That would be a great time to go ahead and ask for that, to not just ask for the raise, but you can also put the performance in there. Come on, you can show how you deserve the raise, and that would be a great time to do it, because the energy is aligned for conversation, for conflict to be easily resolved, for things to flow, to be like water when it comes down to our ability to transfer. So to transfer, whether it be uploading, downloading information, receiving information, giving information, whatever it is, this is going to be a great time where that's going to flow with a lot more ease. You will be able to be like water in your communication and your ability to communicate, and it will be effective. And then also, if you're planning any short trips, that will be a great time to do that. Also, so Gemini, that's Gemini, Virgo, and Cancer. Pay close attention to those times, to that date. On June 30th, Neptune goes retrograde, guys. On June 30th, Neptune goes retrograde. And who that's going to mostly affect? Your ruling planet is Neptune. This is going to be kind of harder towards people who are really deeply involved in that Neptunian energy. That's going to be now with some of my water signs, such as but not limited to Cancer. Cancer, this will be touching you as well, and Pisces as well. You are also going to be heavily affected. Scorpio as well. Not as much as Neptune, not as much as Pisces and Cancer, but most definitely you will be affected as well, because all water signs typically are going to be affected. Pisces more so than anyone, because the Neptune is actually going retrograde in your sign. So Neptune goes retrograde 27 degrees in Pisces. That's happening on June 30th. What does that mean, Amani? So for anyone who I want to give a special this is going to be to people who are building things, to my innovators and creative thinkers, people who think outside the box. Maybe that's your job, to come up with new ideas on your job, or maybe that's something that you've been wanting to do for yourself. Now, with Neptune going retrograde during that time, especially with it being in Pisces, this is just meaning for us, I want you guys to pay close attention to your time management. Your ability to daydream, but not spend too much time on your daydreams. Okay, don't spend too much time as far as in the planning phases. Make sure that your planning phase is going from planning into actualization. So making sure that you are right and exact as far as with your plans, having a deadline, and having accountability partners in place to help you stay on track with whatever your deadline is, to making things happen. And again, you guys, this is just a overview. If you would like more information, more detailed information as to the astrology behind certain anything in between, any other deeper questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me a direct message, or you can go directly to my website, www.Oshun's Garden Designs, which is my jewelry line. And you can book a natal reading for yourself. You can also book a tarot reading as well. Right now, natal is going to be dealing with Vedic astrology, which is what I'm going through right now with you guys. So if you would like information, hey, tell me some information that's going to help me, important dates, things to look out for energetically. When is the best time to reap? When is the best time to sow? When is the best time to plant? When is the best time to do this according to the energies? So I can help you with that on a one-on-one. So yes, Neptune goes retrograde in Pisces. So my water signs, be very, very cognizant of where you're putting your energy. If it's not worth your time, on to the next. All right, moving on. July 3rd, the full moon will be in Capricorn on July 3rd, the day before in America what we celebrate as Independence Day. Well, what some celebrate as Independence Day. I'm gonna say it like that. So that's going to be on July 3rd. That's going to be the full moon in Capricorn. The full moon is going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, the reason that that's really going to be important, because we have that Capricorn energy. I told you guys, Capricorn actually, its ruling planet is actually retrograde right now. So with that Capricorn energy, with that full moon, I think that would be a wonderful time. I believe that this is going to be a time for many of you Capricorns, earth signs specifically, earth signs specifically, because earth signs in a period of a lot of water typically are not the happiest there. They're not the happiest in a lot of water. Not only are you in a season where it's like having to deal more with emotion than the material world, because the earth sign tends to have more security with things that they can quantify. So right now, you know, the challenge for my earth signs, guys, is going to be, you know, learning how to make peace with your emotions and your feelings, even not just trying to just, you know, work it all away, or, you know, trying to, you know, find another avenue to not deal. So now is the time to feel, earth signs. So this is going to be a time for people who have been holding on to things, because full moon is like the fulfillment and the manifestation. So that represents the manifestation. So something has been, you have been working towards for July. I'm sorry, for June 30th on that full moon in Capricorn. This will be a wonderful time to reflect and even celebrate. Some of you have done things and maybe have not celebrated your successes. Oh my gosh. So on July 3rd, it's a celebration, you know, leading up to July 4th, you know what I'm saying, for those of you that celebrate the holiday. So it's really a great time to celebrate things that you've done, accomplishments that you've made, progress that you've made. And even for we as American citizens, we can celebrate the successes that we have. Okay, yes, we can celebrate our success. You know, yes, we have a long way to go. We got a lot of work to do here to make this democracy work and make it fair for everyone. But y'all, let's use that time, that full moon in Capricorn, the manifestation of a lot of hard work. Many of us have been working very hard. Let's make sure we're celebrating, make sure we are seeing the work that we're doing, and we're nurturing ourselves by being two-sided. So we can, not just the workaholic side of working, but also knowing that the manifestation is here of our hard work. So most definitely want to highlight that for that full moon in Capricorn. If you've been working hard, the results are here. The results are here. You are on the prefaces of your next level. So July 10th, moving on, Mars will be entering Virgo. Oh my goodness. So Mars is going to be going into Virgo. Oh, that's powerful, guys. So July, and that's really going to be affecting, I want to holler at some people as well. So not just Virgos, Aries, that's you too. Scorpio, that's you as well. So Mars is going to be entering the sign of Virgo. And when Mars enters Virgo, oh my gosh, it's time to make sure that we are organizing. It's time to make sure we are dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but doing it with a more passionate approach. Making sure that we're doing it passionately. Making sure we're not waiting for someone else to perfect our process. So I want you to be mindful of that. And to my Aries and Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, and Virgo, I want you to be aware and be intentional behind the drive. So if you have not been in drive, if you have not been in drive for whatever the reason, whatever that reason is, check it out. This is not the time to sit around and wait for somebody else to put you in drive. You're going to need to put yourself in drive when it comes down to getting serious about whatever it is that you're building. Okay, moving on. July 11th, Mercury will be entering Leo. Oh my goodness. So Mercury, which also affects, again, Gemini and Virgo. So this will affect Leos. This will affect Cancers. This will affect Gemini, and this will affect Virgo. If that is either your sun, moon, or rising, then this is for you. July 11th, Mercury is going to be entering the sign of Leo. So what that is going to mean for you, a lot more boldness in those moves. A lot more boldness. I want you guys to really embrace during that time, especially on that day, if you have something coming up or something that you've kind of been wanting to do, or you've been thinking about doing, and you've been kind of second guessing yourself, you haven't really been believing 100% in your ability. That is the day to go full throttle, baby. Whatever it is that you want to put your energy behind and you want to be full throttle with that energy, on the 11th is the day to make sure you do that, because your energy is your work, your hard work is not in vain. So on that is the day to do it with boldness. So even if you've been afraid, or if your voice, you feel like your voice has been I don't know. I don't want to say that your voice is unheard, or you feel your voice is unheard. If whatever you want to do, a great date to start that thing that you've been waiting on, that you've been second guessing, would be during that time when Mercury enters Leo, because it's going to give you so much more passion. It's going to give you that ignited energy, the energy of being ignited and having charisma and charm, and the ability to walk into that room with your head to the highest degree. That would be a great time to do it on that day. If you need to walk into any room with your head all the way up, that would be a great time to do it. Moving on, July 17th, new moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer. So we have the sun in Cancer, and then the new moon will be happening in Cancer. This is the time to shed. This is the time to release. This will be an opportune time for those of you who need to cut cords, for those of you that need to love on yourself and learn some self-love. That is a day of self-love. That's going to be a day of self-love, July 17th. If you need to reaffirm your ability to love yourself. Do you hear what I'm saying? We're talking about self-love, because this is a new moon. So the new moon stands alone. The new moon is in the dark place. The new moon is in incubation. It's like, if you think about the fetus, it starts off in the darkest place. So the new moon represents for you the dark place of rebirth, of being regenerated, of the cells coming together and forming something, right? So if you're going through a journey to find out what that thing is, that day with that new moon being in Cancer will be an opportune time. Because just doing something to signify that you love yourself. Maybe some of you guys are coming out of relationship with people who did not value you. This is especially for you. If you're ending a relationship or a partnership, it does not have to be just a romantic relationship. It could be a job. It could be a business partnership. It could be being in an organization, being involved in something. Whatever it was that tried to bring you to a place of where you did not feel as though you were worthy, or you were capable, or underestimation. This would be a great day. And maybe some of you guys have gone through a spirit of depression and you've been down. So this will be a great day with that new moon in Cancer to do something to signify your release from that, baby, on this new moon energy. Because we have the sun giving us all the love and the nurturing of Cancer, letting us know it's going to be okay. Letting us know that we are fluid and we have the ability to be as strong enough as water in order to cut through rock, but also being as soft as water to be able to, wash our bodies and our faces with, and, being able to drink it to be sustained. So all of those energies coming together beautifully on July 17th. And lastly, July 22nd. Jupiter is going to be semi-square Neptune retrograde. Let me break that down a little bit. So Jupiter will be semi-square Neptune retrograde. So Neptune is retrograde at this current moment. That will be definitely something for, again, Pisces, Cancer. This will be affecting you as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for sure. The most heavily impacted will be Pisces, because Neptune retrograde will be in the sign of Pisces. So with that semi-square going on, I won't say that it's a bad thing, but it's not the best placement. It's not the best transit when we see squares. So what needs to happen, basically, guys, what needs to happen for my water signs, I want you to be really aware and be very careful with whom and who you share your creative ideas and your new with your abundance, with good news, anything that you have that is your good news. You know how sometimes they say that you shouldn't tell your good news to everybody because everybody is not happy for you. It's just that simple. So be protective of your children, of your babies, your ideas, not just your physical babies, because we know we're protective of our physical children, but your ideas as well. Your good news, your abundance, your overflow. So just be very careful of during that time. July, towards the end of the month, water signs, July 22nd, Jupiter will be semi-square with Neptune retrograde, because that may signify some things from your past, or maybe people from your past maybe coming back into the picture, as far as our ideas from the past may even be the battle. It may not necessarily be somebody outside of yourself. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. It may not even be someone else. It could be an idea of your old self battling something that you're trying to birth and create something new. So an old idea of who you used to be, going to war or being at odds with who you're becoming, or the thing that you're becoming. So be careful of your environment, who's around you during that time, during this transition that you are going through, that you are currently undergoing. Be careful. Make sure that the people who are around you support the transition and they make sense for you in the new place. Not just keeping people around you from the old place of where you have graduated. Okay? So make sure that you, as you're navigating that, make sure that you have people around you who also support. And hopefully your people around you from your past are also people who are like you're going through the transformation. They have to go through it too, because they can't see you in the same way, because you're not the same person. So that is, and then the sun will also on the 22nd be entering Leo. On July 22nd, the sun will be entering Leo. So we're talking about going for my water signs. Maybe towards the end of the month, some of you may be feeling a sense of identity crisis. There may be some identity crisis going on for you guys. There may be some things and events that happen that make you question, okay, who am I now? Because I'm in a new place. A lot has changed in my life. A lot has changed. Maybe a relationship has changed, or I've changed jobs, or I've changed cities, or I've changed whatever it is that I want to do with my life. I have this idea about changing it, but remember, make sure what's around you is not at odds, and make sure it's not your own internal conflict going on as well, projecting it onto something outside of you. To my water signs, because Neptune is there and Neptune is retrograde. So that's your ideals, your ideas, your deep subconscious thinking. It is retrograde, so you may not be it may be clouded. Your subconscious mind is clouded. So the sun is entering Leo on the 22nd, and that will be a whole nother cycle to go through with you guys. But this has been your Cancer season from June 21st to July 22nd. This has been your Cancer season astrological forecast, just giving you guys some of the major transits that are going on throughout this season, some things to be aware of, different signs that will be the mostly affected by it. If you, again, being an astrologer, I am offering right now natal readings as well as compatibility readings as well. So if you've never had a reading from Amani, baby, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I'm telling you, you're missing some major keys. So I can give you those major keys. Just go to www.oshunsgardendesigns.com. And you can click on the chart. Go ahead and book your session. It will email once the session has been paid for. I will email you, and we can and you let me know what day and time works for you, and we will go from there. I also offer tarot readings as well. So I will see you guys on the next round of it'll be Leo season next time. So thank you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.